So in this video, I've got a pretty interesting topic to cover. It's Electronium's pipeline partnerships that I believe aren't announced yet, but will be. At least I would say two or three of these companies, I would bet strongly that they'll be announced over the coming months. So you might ask, where did I pull these companies from? Basically, I've been watching over a lot of Richard Elz's interviews over the last 2-3 months. And basically, he's been doing a lot of traveling. For those of you that don't know, he's been in Dubai, Singapore, Malaysia, a couple more. So basically, I just took down all the countries that he's been in. Then I looked up all the mobile operators in those countries, because I know at the moment he's targeting mobile operators. He'll get into gambling and the gaming industry down the line, as they were stated explicitly in the white paper. But at the moment, he's targeting mobile operators because it's the most profitable and most effective route to market. So once I had a list of mobile operators in those countries that he's been to, then I cross-referenced them with the GSMA memberships to see, would he have spoken to these companies at the GSMA? He would have pitched Electronium to them. So, that's a fairly strong indicator that, if one of these companies on the list of, we'll just take Malaysia, if one of these Malaysian operators was at the GSMA, you can be pretty sure Richard Ells was talking to him. Therefore, he could have been in Malaysia, following up on those meetings that he would have had in Barcelona, 2 months ago. So anyway, that's how I deducted these companies. And then from there, I did a bit of research into these companies. So let's just dive straight into it. So he said he was in Dubai. So I took the United Arab Emirates, and I came across a monster mobile operator in the United Arab Emirates, which is called Etisalat. Okay, so Etisalat, they have 167 million users, and they're the 14th biggest mobile operator in the world, and they are also a member of the GSMA. All of these companies are members of the GSMA also, okay? And they're the 14th biggest mobile operator in the world, okay? That's absolutely huge. 167 million users. Just this partnership alone would double, I think we've nearly 150 million user reach at the moment with the partnerships we have with XIUS and a couple more. So this straight away, one partnership would double it. That's an absolute monster. So the second country that I dealt with was Indonesia. Now there was 4 mobile operators based in Indonesia with GSMA memberships. So the first one is Hutchinson, which has 130 million users worldwide. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, this is a Three company. Three is a huge mobile operator in Europe. I think it's based in Australia as well. Could be wrong with that one. But it is huge all over the world. In more than 10 countries, Three operates. So yeah, basically if Electronium were to sign with Hutchinson, you can be pretty sure that because that company is a Three company, that it would transpire then into Europe, Ireland. I'm actually with Three myself. Britain, a couple of other countries, they'd all start to use Electronium as it's owned by the one entity. And it has its corresponding subsidiaries around the world. So that is huge. That is a huge household name. Hutchinson, or Three for those of you that are from Britain or Ireland or Europe. Okay, so the third company is Indosat, another monster company. They have 97 million users. Also, that was taken from a few months ago, so I presume that that's probably up to about 100 million. So we just say 100 million users. Another monster partnership based out of Indonesia. So then the fourth company that I, deducted from the list of mobile operators that are based in Indonesia and that are also members of GSMA was a company called XL Axiata. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Now, this is a very interesting company as they have 100 million plus users. It's hard to get an exact figure for this one. I had exact figures for all the other companies, but this one, there wasn't much on their exact figures. However, in 2010, they'd 60 million or something like that, and now it's literally nearly a decade later. So, and also they experienced 80% growth in 2016 or something. So this company is blowing up. It's absolutely huge. It's Asia's best performing telecom stock. So, I just wanted to lowball it a little bit. I don't want to build up people's, false expectations. So I just said 100 million plus users. That could be 150 million, that could be 160, 170 million. It could even be 200 million. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's definitely over 100 million based on their performance over the last 8 years. So SmartFriend then is the next company. 14 million users. I'm not gonna, like kind of snub my nose to that one. 14 million users is still huge. That's pretty much more than 3 times the size of Ireland in population. So that's still a huge partnership in itself. And then moving on to Malaysia, there was 2 companies in Malaysia that had GSMA partnerships. So Celcom with 10 million users, and it's also owned by Axiata, the company that I just discussed, Asia's best performing stock. So we'll say if Celcom partnered with Electronium or vice versa, Axiata partnered with Electronium, these 2 companies would, in theory, have a good chance of both implementing Electronium as a payment method, as their one is a subsidiary of the other. So then the other is U-Mobile with 6 million users. This is the smallest one on the list, but 6 million users is absolutely huge. Any cryptocurrency, there's like 1,600 cryptos. Any cryptocurrency in that list of 1,600 would bite the hand off you to take 6 million users. So we definitely can't be snobby when it comes to these smaller companies, because, if you look at all these big hitters on this list, like Etilesat, I think is how you pronounce it, with 167 million users. Like, that is an outrageous figure. Like, with one partnership to have that much users, literally people slamming Electronium at the moment. Just give me one other crypto that has a list of potential partnerships and potential millions and millions of users like Electronium has. Just give me one company, I'll wait. Okay, I'll wait for that one, because Electronium is getting these things signed in the background, unbeknownst to us, and they will be announced in the coming month or 2. So just be patient. The announcement yesterday with Megastore, a very small kind of e-commerce site. Like that had a significant price impact. We went up like 1.50 cents in a few hours. So just what would happen if we say Hutchinson, this company here, or Telesat, for example, was announced? You would most definitely see Electronium spiking, maybe potentially flirting with all-time highs again. So we'll just say that, I'm not going to say all of these companies are going to be signed. I'm not going to say all 7 of them are. But even if like 3 or 4 of them were, Electronium are talking nearly $500 million. Say for example they got Hutchinson, Telesat, and like maybe like one other one. Electronium are nearly on $500 million user reach. Okay, after like 5 months of being founded as a company, they have a user reach of nearly $500 million. If we say if like three of these big companies were signed from the list of 7, that is absolutely huge. No other crypto is doing this right now, is getting these numbers, is getting, such a profitable route to entry and made successfully. Yeah, so basically that's it. I'm just sharing what I'm invested in. I'm not trying to shove this down the throats of anyone. I just genuinely believe in this project. If you want to tell your friends about it, yeah, do. It doesn't really bother me. But anyway, I don't want to be accused of, shilling, we say, a scam coin or a shit coin or whatever Electronium has been called in the last month or 2, while its price was kind of plummeting. Things are on the up now, and those who held over the last 2-3 months will be rewarded, most definitely during the summer and coming up into December. So that's the video for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll probably have another video up tomorrow. All right, thanks.